Hello, welcome to my life. Great goodness people where we cook and talk relationship. Today we're talking about planning. Planning about life, planning about your marriage. We're talking about planning in a home, in a family. A lot of time people don't have plan in their home. You know that God himself has plan. That is why when he started creating the world, he didn't do everything one day. He planned it. I guess God plans the whole thing. He said, today I'm going to create human. Tomorrow I'm going to create water, animals, and everything. God has the ability to make everything work at the beginning, just create everything once. And but he decided to do it one after the other until the 7 days when he decided to rest. That's the Bible. So now let's talk about home, marriage, couples. How did they plan their life? A lot of couples don't plan home. They don't have a plan. Like, this is 2025. What's your plan for your marriage? What's your plan for your family? Just like a lot of young people jump into marriage without plan. They are just in haste because they just see that one of their friends is getting married and they decide to do their own. Let's just marry, babe, without planning. Anytime you see people plan to do things, it always coming out well. When you plan to do things, it helps you to organize, rearrange, and rethink, and look at how it's going to look like. Most times, people face challenges in their marriage because they don't have a plan. For example, you don't have a plan to buy a car by June. Just because a friend bought a car, you just putting pressure on your wife or your husband. Baby, we need to buy a car. Mr. Solomon just bought a car. We need to have our own car. But it was never in your plan. If you go and ask Mr. Solomon, you will discover that Mr. Solomon has been planning for this car for over 2 years. But you, as a man or a woman, just seeing that a friend bought a car, you decide to buy a car. So in a family, if you want to have a good family, you have to have a proper planning. Like me, I have a planning. Every end of the year, as we're about to approach the new year, we get a paper, write down everything that you want to do with your husband or with your wife or with your family, even within yourself. Have a plan that by the grace of God, from now to now, want to buy a handbag. From now to now, want to buy this. The reason why people get poor is because they don't plan their life. Whenever the money comes in, they use it for what they are not supposed to use it for because it is not properly planned. Because, money is coming in, we need to buy dress, we need to buy shoe. It was never in their plan. They have dresses, they have shoes, they have cars. Just because the money came in for something else, they just use it to go. Like, for instance, people go to market without making a list. At the end of the day, when you get to market, you buy what you didn't plan for, what you don't even need. You just buy randomly because why? You never had a plan of it. So in marriage, planning is very, very necessary. Even in raising our kids. Some people just wake up and say, I learned that so child is in that school. You will draw your child from this school to another school because you heard that school is doing very well. You never bother to ask the parents the effort they make for that child to be different. It might not even be the school. It could be the effort of the parents, time spending with the child, encouragement, and every other thing that makes the child to be different. But just hearing that one school is doing very well, you would draw your kids from the one they had before and take them to another school because you heard that it's doing very well. You don't know how that family has planned to have a good time with their kids. For example, check on their books, their homework, make sure they are studying because they were all planned. Everything about life is planned. Generally, I used to say that life is mathematics. So you just have to plan your marriage, your life, how you're going to run your life. This is another year, 2025. What have you planned as a couple? How have you planned your family? Have you taken your time, stick together? When it comes to couples, your planning shouldn't be just you. You might have a different personal planning, but you and your wife need to sit down together as we approach this new year. What is our plan? What is our budget? What is our target? What are we going to do about this year? What is our achievement? People just celebrate Christmas, celebrate New Year without having a proper planning. At the end of the day, when you did not properly plan, you jam a lot of things on the way. Rain will beat you, sun will beat you. Because why? You didn't plan anything. So in this 2025, I want to advise couples to sit down and plan their life, how they want to live their life. Oh, baby, this 2025, this is how we are going to do it. Have a plan about your children's education. Have a plan how many kids you want to have a plan what do you want to achieve in this new year. Okay, we would like to buy a car, and why do we want to buy a car? Is it because the old car is not working, or is it because our friends are having cars? Or we want to have a car so that the car will be fixed for a particular thing. For example, if you have a car before, it's not very, very compulsory that you must have another one. You can have the second car and use it to do public transport to make more money. You know, when you have a plan, don't plan because people are doing it. Plan because these things are very, very, very important in your life. The reason why you see people grow, other people don't grow, it's not because they pray too much. I know God's grace is very, very necessary in life. It's not because of the prophecy. It's not because of what the pastor says is going to be for this year. Even our fathers in the Lord, they plan. They plan every of their program in church. They know all the crusade they are going to go from January to December. They know everything. So you don't just wake up in the morning and start jamming everything. Please, no matter how busy you are as a couple, take out your time, take your pen, jot it down. What is our plan? What is our achievement? What do we want to achieve? Every month, let's have a target of how we want to live our life, so that when money comes in, you don't think that money is free. No money is free. If you plan it where you see that all your money will be useful and your home will be peaceful. Any home that there is no plan, it always ends up being zigzag, because anything can come in. We are not expecting visitor. This period, we don't think we need visitor because we want to raise money to do this. And then visitor comes in and you accommodate it because you don't have a plan. Okay, by the grace of God, we're expecting something to happen. When it comes, we plan to get a land. Because you didn't plan it, the money comes in, you tell your wife, get up, we're going to go for shopping. You might think that money is small. You just got a 5 million naira and you feel that 5 million naira cannot afford anything. There are some places in the bush you can actually buy a land of 3 million naira. If you have a plan to buy something, you will always get that thing. You know, one thing about planning is like a target. When you plan for something, you achieve it, because it's already in your mind that you are going to achieve this. And this is the plan. This is what we want to do. Because you have planned it and because you have thought about it, you always achieve it. So I want to beg you, in this 2025, plan how you want to run this year. The most important thing, plan to serve God and plan to be close to your spouse very well. And plan not to do the negative things you did last year and bring it over. Plan to say we are going to live a better life. This is Great Goodness People, AG Executive Kitchen, where we cook and talk relationship. Bye-bye.